huge. I'm gonna be, rooting for him. I want him to win so that we can, get it on. I can get that redemption. And I think it's a big fight for boxing. It's a lot of, unanswered, questions there, question marks there from both sides. And I think that the fight is gonna happen.
Basically, I was depressed because after the fight with Devin Haney, I hated everybody. I hated everybody.
And you won too.
Nah, but I hated everybody because one, they were misunderstanding me on everything I was saying. And then on top of that, when I beat Devin Haney, they cheated me because I didn't do steroids at all.
Yeah.
And then I just started hating everybody and everything, and then I just started self-destructing. Started drinking every day, just and I was severely depressed. And then I had to lose 35 pounds to fight Rollies, and they were like, get ready in 2 months. And I was like, they're gonna pay me money, I'm just gonna do it. See, that's the thing. If we do things for money, bad things happen. So my instinct said not to do it, but I did anyways. And then I was so lethargic, my body wasn't working. I would train for 2 days and I can't train anymore. It was just stupid, it was just bad.
We unpack. We unpack. We unpack, coming to you live, Boxing Ego unpack, yeah. We unpack. We unpack. We unpack, coming to you live. Devin Haney says he wants to fight Ryan Garcia again in a rematch. In this video, that's what I'll talk about. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Now, Devin Haney won his last fight. He remains undefeated, beating Brian Norman. I was actually surprised that people were complaining about the performance. Me, I've already explained my stance. It was a very good first half. Devin trailed off in the second half. But like I said, capturing the W is the most important thing. You can fine tune as long as you didn't get your ab beat. You know what I mean? You can fine tune and work on things. He came in shape. His mentality seemed strong. He was aggressive early, and then he flattened out. So for me, all in all, it was also an improvement from the Ryan Garcia fight and an improvement from his performance with Jose Ramirez. So I can't really fault him for that. You know what I mean? But build. That's what boxing is about. Momentum. Sometimes you see guys take a loss and it takes a couple fights or so to get back on track. So me, I'm a realist. I'm gonna hold a boxer to my standards, and that's my standard, right? Now, Brian Norman, people are now saying he wasn't ready, he was green and stuff, blah, blah, blah. People were saying that Norman had a chance. It is what it is. Devin cooked him, beat him, we move on. Devin did say that he's down to fight Ryan Garcia in a brand new interview. Roll the clip.
Ryan Garcia, your good friend, posed before the fight that he bet $50,000 on you. Obviously, he was right, and Ryan Garcia said he's fighting Mario Barrios next for a title. If he wins, I imagine it's one of the biggest fights in boxing, the rematch.
That fight is huge. I'm gonna be, rooting for him. I want him to win so that we can, get it on. I can get that redemption. And I think it's a big fight for boxing. It's a lot of, unanswered, questions there, question marks there from both sides. And I think that the fight is gonna happen.
I think that fight is gonna happen. And my statement on it, it needs to happen because too much went on in that particular fight. And this is how you settle it in a gentleman's sport like boxing. I don't want to hear no talk. I don't care about none of that. This is how you settle it. And I've always said that. Notice I'm super consistent in the game of boxing. If I said it, I meant it. I've said from day one, they need to run it back for different reasons, right? For Ryan, it's obvious. He needs to run it back because he popped dirty. Now he can go on and say, oh, I didn't mean to, or I didn't intentionally do this and tainted sups. He can do all that. But strict liability, you are held liable for what is in your system. You have enough money, you could get all your supplements tested, right? There's a lot of great boxers who had longer careers than you and have never popped dirty. So I don't care what none of y'all talking about. It happened. It's on your jacket. You move on and deal with it. So for Ryan, he needs to show the world that he can beat Devin Haney on the up and up. Clean, passing all tests, and redo that type of performance, right? Now for Devin, his reason a little bit different because he didn't pop dirty, right? However, he looked very bad in the fight. And I've stated this from day one as well. What Ryan had in his system, I don't personally believe Osterine in the amount he had. I understand it's banned. I understand that's a no-no. I understand you're going to get fined. I understand strict liability. I understand you're going to get suspended. I understand you're going to have a black cloud and an asterisk over your career. I'm not against none of that. But I do know what I'm talking about, and I've done extensive research on anabolic steroids and SARMs. And for me, what I noticed in the fight, I don't think we can relegate it solely on the fact that he cheated. Again, when I said this, people get mad. Oh man, the Haneyacks. They're like, oh man, Ego likes cheaters. Yeah, Ego supports cheating. He supports a racist Ryan cheater, whatever. The funny thing is, with me, I don't care what y'all talking about. I know who I am. I know what I've done. I know what I put out, and I know what I stand for. You guys, it's up to you. You the fans. Y'all watch the videos. It's up to you to decide what I am. But I want to say this. I have over 18,000 videos on my channel. No team, nobody else, no panel. Nobody else can say that. Nobody else can say in boxing, I put out 18,000 videos to the face and done what I've done for the length of time that I've done it. Nobody. And I'm talking about with no team, no, like I ain't come out of, I was part of Pacquiao's team or something and I had a jump start over everybody. I ain't have nothing from the mud. So again, I know the content is out. I don't delete none of my videos. So I ain't never supported cheating. That's not something I condone. I've never condoned it. So if for anyone to even suggest that, you sound foolish. And I got 18K worth of videos to prove the opposite. Anytime anybody popped dirty, I reported it. I didn't duck or dodge like, oh, this person is cool. I know Gerald Big Baby Miller. He popped. I made a video. And I said the same thing I say to anybody who popped dirty. So again, my work speaks for itself. And that's the brilliance of being the content creator online. So I don't believe, I feel like what Ryan was doing and how the fight was looking, it looked more like a stylistic matchup because, for example, you're popping dirty. When did this go into your system, right? I highly doubt right before the locker room, you took a hit or something or injected something and then you said, let's get busy. So you got that. 2, Ryan clipped Devin in the first round in the first, I don't know the exact time, but let's say 45 seconds to a minute. It don't matter what you're on. That's not going to just give you X-Men mutant level ability to just have elite timing. Like, to be honest, I don't care if you like Ryan or if you don't, and whatever he's done, that's on him. He got to live with that. Don't connect me to none of that. but I still speak the truth. And the reality is, although Ryan has never been a champion, there are some things that he does well, right? He has elite level timing, and he has speed, and he has power, right? You can say, oh, he's unprofessional. Oh, he's never been a champion. Oh, he said this about black people and Muslim. That's all in a separate box. It don't change that he has speed. Kovalev was a POS, and I still gave him, as a fighter, fair assessments of his fights and who he is as a fighter. You know what I mean? Or R. Kelly. R. Kelly, whatever he did in his personal life, we can condemn it. I'm with that. But from a musical standpoint, R. Kelly's a musical genius, and he got hits. I know some people don't like someone such as myself coming on here and bluntly telling you how it is, but it is what it is. R. Kelly's a musical genius. He knows how to write, he knows how to sing, and put out classic songs. Period. Now, whatever you feel is him as a person, we can have that conversation too. But from the music, I mean, the man penning out here, he got a pen, right? So for me, Ryan's timing and his speed with the power, that had a lot more to do with it. And I don't think from a SARM, only Osterine, you're getting all of that. And the reality is, I've seen some of the sparring from Ryan Garcia and Devin in the past, and I've seen their amateur fight, some of those. And he didn't pop in none of them amateur tournaments, and he still gave Devin Haney tough fights. Like, they fought like 6 times and split them 3 times. There's certain guys on the planet that have your number. That's why this rematch is so important, because the rematch will basically let us know what's what, in my opinion, because the rematch is a must win for Devin, and it's a must win for Ryan, and it's a big fight for boxing. Count me in, because that's the pinnacle. I don't know why I'm throwing up The Rock. It's The Rock. The Rock in the area. I don't know why I did that, but that is what boxing is. You know what I mean? If you lose, like Lennox Lewis, he lost to Hasim Rahman. He was training. He got to South Africa or Africa, wherever. It was either in Africa or South Africa. Lennox got there like late. He was filming Ocean's 11, the movie with Brad Pitt, and he got knocked out. He felt as a champion that wasn't supposed to happen. My bad. It was a fluke. So what did he do? Being a great champion, a bad man, Lennox Lewis rematched Hasim Rahman just like he did all of his losses. Lennox Lewis, Oliver McCall, came back and won and made him have a mental breakdown with Oliver McCall in the ring. So Lennox is a real one. He avenged all of his losses by stoppage, right? And that's exactly what he did in the Hasim Rahman. So in the history books, it's going to show he got knocked out by Rahman, but now it looks like more of a fluke because Hasim Rahman didn't two-peat. You know what I mean? That's why it's so imperative and important for the Ryan and Devin saga is whoever wins, that kind of stamps it of, in my book, that's going to stamp what was what. Like if Ryan went in there and got blasted or looked bad like he did versus Rolly, then the drug allegation popping dirty or whatever, that's going to age horribly for him, because now it's going to look like you did in fact beat him because of PEDs, right? But if he go in there and he clips Devin again or hurts him, or it looks like deja vu, then Ryan will look a little bit more justified. But he has to do it, and he has to do it clean. That's what we advocating for. So make the fight. That's all I got to say. Let me know, do you think the fight will happen? If so, who would you favor? Live streaming can be tough, which is why I use StreamYard. Click the link in the description for StreamYard which is an awesome tool that enables you to set up your stream with ease of use. Get great results with live streaming. It's what I use. Stream to social media with ease with StreamYard. Live streaming is here to stay. Engage with your audience using StreamYard. Great way to reach out to your audience and connect. So you need a tool that can do that. If you're new to YouTube and you're struggling to get views, one tool I can provide to you is TubeBuddy. I've been on YouTube over 10 years. I use TubeBuddy daily to crank out videos just like this one that you're watching. Learn how the pros do it with TubeBuddy. YouTube receives a lot of traffic, which also means a lot of creators, a lot of people putting out content. So you need to learn the ropes so you know how to separate yourself, especially if you're new, but even if you're a pro, use TubeBuddy. The link is in the description. Get more views, more subscribers, and a higher click-through rate, so ultimately you can realize all of your online goals. Use my affiliate link in the description and grow your channel fast. Live streaming can be tough, which is why I use StreamYard. Click the link in the description for StreamYard, which is an awesome tool that enables you to set up your stream with ease of use. Get great results with live streaming. It's what I use. Stream to social media with ease with StreamYard. Live streaming is here to stay. Engage with your audience using StreamYard. Great way to reach out to your audience and connect. So you need a tool that can do that. If you're new to YouTube and you're struggling to get views, one tool I can provide to you is TubeBuddy. I've been on YouTube over 10 years. I use TubeBuddy daily to crank out videos just like this one that you're watching. Learn how the pros do it with TubeBuddy. YouTube receives a lot of traffic, which also means a lot of creators, a lot of people putting out content. So you need to learn the ropes so you know how to separate yourself, especially if you're new, but even if you're a pro, use TubeBuddy. The link is in the description. Get more views, more subscribers, and a higher click-through rate, so ultimately